amazing people. Welcome back to the Live to Inspire podcast. Yours truly, Dave Coleman. A strange one for you in this episode. I mean, I say welcome back. It's more of a welcome back to me from you guys, I suppose, for you guys listening. Having been back in the UK for 4 or 5 weeks, just sorting out a whole lot of admin, adulting, as some people call it. And just generally sorting out a few bits and bobs, really, catching up with friends and seeing my dogs. That's what I've been doing. But I'm back on the island now, and back with ideas and thoughts to share with you guys. So today's episode, I want to talk about luck. I had a few people say to me over the summer, "Oh, you're really lucky to be doing what you're doing," or things along those sort of lines. And I thought, well, am I lucky? So we'll go through it. We'll see how we go. So as always, first and foremost, what is it? We need a definition, right? Bear with. Luck is the phenomenon and belief that defines the experience of improbable events, especially improbable positive or negative ones. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Something that is improbable or unfathomable as to an experience. Like, why has it happened? How has it happened? Doesn't make any sense. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So to take that on a bit further, in a sense, does it exist? It absolutely does, some would say. And it has existed for ages, for years and years and years, decades, hundreds, thousands of years. Pretty much in every culture throughout recorded history, people talk about superstitious rituals or chants. Okay, that's what we're talking about, a chant. As indeed we do now, even with our amount of science and technology and the resources we have available, we still can put things down to chance or good luck or even bad luck. So that then, again, to take that onto another level, looking at superstitions or rituals. I know quite a few people have rituals or superstitions. One of my good friends, she will always wear different coloured socks. It's just her thing. I don't know if it's a good luck thing, if it's a superstitious thing, or if it's just a habitual thing. It's just what she does. For me, what do? I always used to, I got this from when I was at school. One of my friends used to say to me, if you walk over an even number of drains, i.e. 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever, then that's good luck. If you walk on an odd number of drains, that's bad luck. No idea why. Even numbers, odd numbers, some people are superstitious about it. People play the lottery, always pick the same numbers. People's birthdays, all sorts of random things are superstitious. Is it good luck? Do you ever win when you play your lucky numbers? Who knows? So, as again a personal insight for me, when people have said to me that I'm lucky, I don't think I am. Now, I had a very good catch up with one of my very very good best mate friends back home. We went to university together, we did bobsleigh together. The guy's an unbelievable athlete. He's now gone on to set up his own business, and he's coaching people all over the world. And we were saying about how much do we value ourselves, or how much could we put on a monetary value for ourselves, on our knowledge and our experiences. Going to the Olympics is not really down to luck, to be honest. You might argue that it is. Again, like, there's always two sides. But for me personally, I wouldn't say that it's down to luck. For me, being working the job that I'm doing and living where I am I lucky? I think I'm privileged. I'm certainly not entitled, and I don't know if that I've been lucky to get here, but it's through the journey that I've been on, excuse me, and certain events that have happened to me in my life that have made this environment and this situation possible. Now, whether those events and situations have been good or bad, we have to interpret those on our own merit, and each situation in their own merit. Ultimately, for me, it boils down to having a growth mindset. Initially, you'll always, if you have some bad luck or a terrible thing happens to you, that's misfortune, right? And you can be stuck in that, and it can perpetuate that cycle. And you think, oh, you know what? I'm never getting a break here. Like I'm trying, I'm doing everything possible, and I'm just keep getting bad luck. I was training at a rugby club the other night, and guy said one of them ended up in a car accident. Another couple of them they were on a boat which sank. Really like bad luck, genuinely really bad luck. Bad things happen in threes. Again, going back to that drain thing, an odd number. I don't know why. I don't know why people believe it or not. But if you do, that's great, and if it empowers you, even better. So I would always try and rephrase. I think that's the right sort of thing. Reformat. Let's go with that into the growth mindset. Okay, rather than having a fixed, you have a growth mindset where, okay, if this event has happened, for whatever reason, sometimes it's probably not worth thinking about why it's happened, because that can be really destructive. But if it has happened, there's probably a reason for it. And you know what, it can just give you a little bump into a different direction, right? You're on a straight line, or you're going, that's your goal, that's where you're heading, and then something will come on, it will just give you a little nudge, and it will take you off in a completely different route, but actually it can be really, really beneficial. When, again, go back to when I was selected for the Olympics, it was not an easy journey, I can tell you now. Won't bore you with the whole story, but effectively it will stay with me till I go to the grave. A very good friend, teammate. I didn't get the nod. Didn't know. No one said, in the GB1 sled is Dave Coleman, or in the GB2 sled is Dave Coleman, in the two-man sled is Dave Coleman. Like, never got that nod. And I was like, right, well, I've done everything. I've met all of the objective criteria. I'm the only person to have done it. And, I've been through that with a tooth comb, and I've made sure I've ticked every single box, so I can quite rightly say I can be selected for the Olympics. And I didn't get selected. And that was absolutely gut-wrenching and soul-destroying. I didn't know what to do with myself. And this guy came out and sort of consoled me, and we had a good chat. And he said, mate, you know what? He said, the big man upstairs, he said, God's got a plan for all of us. It won't make sense now, but in time it will make sense, and there's a reason why this has happened to you. And he used the phrase, everything happens for a reason. And you know what? At the time I was like, this guy's talking absolute nonsense. What are you talking about? Like, I've worked my nuts off here for years and years and years to get to this last hurdle, and someone just said, no, sorry, you're not coming. To me, it didn't make any sense. But I had that conversation, and again, that's something else that will stay with me till I go to the grave. Everything happens for a reason. And going back to that original definition I was saying about superstitious rituals, from religion, from cults, from recorded history, whatever has happened, there's always a belief. And again, whether it's got any substance to it, like tangible substance that you can grasp, who knows? So there's sorry, there we go, just checking my notes. So when we have bad luck, or when we feel unlucky, we can rephrase that as misfortune. Okay, I don't really believe in weaknesses per se, more areas for development. It's just a growth mindset. Now, that's taken me years and years of practice, to install and ingrain into my lifestyle and into my brain, to see the misfortune as an opportunity. So we're starting to rebuild up rather than perpetuating that cycle down. There was an article I was reading by Tony Robbins, and he said, don't get caught up with loss, less or never. Okay, don't get caught up with loss, less or never. It's, again, one of those cycles where you can end up being in a mind state that allows you to feel put out of place. You know, I haven't got this, I haven't got that, and I should have this. It's like an entitlement thing. You're more focused on what you don't have than what you do have. And again, when you rephrase things and reframe it into, actually, I've got a place to sleep, I've got running water, I'm grateful for this. So Tony then goes on to say, gratitude for appreciation, love and enjoyment are the antidote to suffering. Okay, the antidote to suffering is gratitude for appreciation, love and enjoyment. As soon as you start to think about that, what do you enjoy? What, like, you know, I get messages from some of the guys I play rugby with. Some mornings we're like, you know what, the sun's shining, it's a clear day, you know, we're alive, we're healthy, we're happy. What, you know, the sun's shining. The sun shines every day, to be fair, but when you have a growth mindset and you're fixed on it, are you lucky? Just embrace the enjoyment and the love and appreciation for what you have and where you are and who you have around you, because before you know it, they could be gone. And that then, we don't really want to go down that route, but don't get caught up with loss, less or never. It's a terrible cycle. It's very hard to break. So just try and rephrase things into the growth mindset. There's a few, I think there's three sort of quotes I found around luck. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. I think that's quite a common one. It's from a stoic sort of mindset, stoic quote. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So again, if you want to be lucky, you've got to prepare well, and you've got to take opportunities or find opportunities that will allow you to then be lucky. Think about that one. Luck is what you have left after you have given 100%. For me, very, very poignant. If you can look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I have done everything I possibly can, like I alluded to earlier about the Olympics, everything I possibly can, what have you got left? Physically, mentally, nothing. But actually, if it comes down to it, you might have just a little bit of luck, and that can be the difference. Does it exist? Like I said, some people say yes, some people say no. Is it superstitious? I certainly believe in it. And then the last quote I found was, luck is the last dying wish of those who believe winning can happen by accident. I mean, yeah. Does winning happen by accident, or is it a culmination of preparation? Is it a preparation and opportunity? Have you given 100% in every possible aspect? If there's one area that you think, I've missed that opportunity, then your luck might run out. You know, that's a phrase that's often used, isn't it? Run out of luck. So think about what you have rather than what you don't have. And lastly, if you're feeling unlucky, or you don't have any luck, or you've got loads of good luck and things are going well, just a slight change of mindset or something to think about. As always, I like to try and give you things to, I don't know, different perspectives possibly, and thought-provoking. Trade expectations for appreciations, and your life will change in a moment. So it's something I want to talk about in the next episode about expectations, but trade your expectations for appreciations, and your life can change in a moment. So that's going to be our starting point for the next episode about expectations. But yeah, stay lucky. Always remember, as always, We will get there, if not immediately, eventually. Take care.